And then there was one. Homestead Miami Speedway is the location for stop number 36 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series and the season finale as well. So we're here today for the running of the Ford EcoBoost 400 Ford Championship Weekend. And of course, after doing the points possibilities, there are 4 drivers that got a shot of winning this championship for season 19. 2 legitly has a shot, and the other 2, well, are kind of long shots for the championship, and I will explain that later. But we are here today for the running of the Ford EcoBoost 400. 41 laps left this season. And it's going to be a barn burner for the championship. You can about bet on that. So let's get to the starting line for this running event. On the pole, it is Kat Batson in car 88, the Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford at 191 miles per hour. She'll be flanked by Shane Lake, one of the hot contenders for Rookie of the Year this season. In fact, one of 2's got a shot to win Rookie of the Year coming out of this event. They're starting in third. He's in a number 17 car. Starting in third position is the other driver who's got a shot for Rookie of the Year. As a matter of fact, Audra Baranowskis in number 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac. In fact, she leads the rookie points coming out into this event. And she'll be alongside Kev Sheeran, car number 71. The third row has Levi McIntyre, 5-time winner this season, and one of the Fords got. And in fact, his shot for the championship actually was a shot last race on the tour at Phoenix. But he is a 5-time winner nonetheless this season. Flanking him is number 75, Quentin Moore, one of the guys to watch here today. He's had some good runs and maybe on his way and may possibly get his first victory today, possibly. Row number 4 is this man's second place in the points, Joshua Osborne, number 37. He won his season at North Wilkesboro and Indianapolis. And is looking for his 3rd championship. He'll be alongside number 22, Dylan Poteet, both drivers from Kentucky. Row 5 is Jessica Shelton, number 94 to McDonald's Ford, 4-time winner this season. And she'll be flanked by Charles Sanford, 3-time winner this season. In number 41, he's a Daytona 500 champion, and he also is one of the Ford that's got a shot at the championship. But his is very complicated. Row number 5 has Becca Tellier in a Valvoline Ford. Row number 6, I should say, has Becca Tellier in a Valvoline Ford, car number 6. And number 21, Jason Haywood, the winner this season at the Southern 500 at Darlington. Next row down has the man. Next row down has the man who is the points leader coming into this event, Keith Batson, winner this season at the AC Delco 400 down in Rockingham. His car number is 28. Beside him will be Kyle Langland, the defending race champion in car 25. Next row down is Paul Minnick in number 18, the 3-time winner this season. And Dylan Young, 2-time winner this season, number 2, winner at Watkins Glen and at Martinsville. Next row down has the winner at California this season, William Brock, and number 19, that is Jesse Turner. Turner with a solid top 5 run in the last race on the tour at Phoenix. Next row down has number 29, Zachary Fitzwater in the Cartoon Network Chevrolet, and Kyle Matthews, number 42, the Coors Light Silver Bullet. He's another one he's the 4th driver that's got a shot at the championship this season. Going to the next row down, we'll have Jordan Lopez in number 90 and Mike Becker in car number 7. Next row down, Phil Parker, number 5, the Kellogg's Cornflake Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside Preston Dive Bomb City Plord in number 15. Next row down has 3-time winner this season, Cole Deaver in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. His wins came at Atlanta, the Berkeley Front Airport in Cleveland, and also winner at the last race on the tour at Phoenix. Ryan Acosta sits alongside in car number 10. Next row down has 2-time winner Joshua Collard and number 8 Glenn Duhit. Next row down, Jack Legacy in 87, number 20 and number 23, the winner of the 600 at Charlotte, Ryan George. Next row down has car number 44 Jonathan Sorlin and number 24 Michael Whitman. Next row down has JT Bryant, number 12, and Ashlyn Boyd at number 9. Then next row down will be 98 Max Anderson, the winner at Las Vegas, Al Lagacy. And here comes the fire of the engines here at Homestead.
Driver, start those engines!
Man's getting the fire of the engines. As we tell you the last 3 rows here, Nick Baxter in 81 and Alexander Rowe in number 1 will be the next row down, and then the next row after that. Chelsea Bowles in 77 and Patrick Smith at number 1. And starting shotgun in the field, two-time winner this season, Johnny Gardner. His wins came at Pocono and the second race at Dover. Now the championship possibilities. The drivers that's got shot at the championship is Keith Batson, Joshua Osborne, Kyle Matthews, and Charles Sanford. And for Matthews and Sanford to win the championship, first of all, Matthews is going to have to have the top two drivers finish about well, and no is going to have to finish 33rd or worse for this to happen. That is if Matthews dominates the race. And for Sanford, he's going to have the front three drivers finish in the last three spots. That's what's going to have to happen for Charles Sanford. Now, if Joshua Osborne goes on to lead the most laps, the worst Keith Batson can finish is 4th. If Batson does not lead a lap, then it's going to have to be 3rd or better. Now, then it's going to have to be 3rd or better. That's if Osborne leads the most laps. If he leads just one a lap in a race, it's going to have to be 4th or better for Batson. If Batson leads a lap, it's going to have to be 5th or better. So here we go. So that's the championship possibilities. The green flag is out, and the finale is on here at Homestead. So regardless of who wins the championship between Batson or Osborne, fittingly enough, for the Ford EcoBoost 400, the champion will be a Ford, believe it or not. So. But you can bet all these drivers are going to take. But you can bet both drivers will take maximum advantage of it, and in-car cameras will be carried by both Batson and Osborne, along with Kyle Matthews. And taking advantage of her battle for Rookie of the Year, Audra Baranowskis leads her first lap. And Homesteads can be known for wall bangers too, or wall scrapers. Here comes Joshua Osborne. He wants to lead his lap here, trying to get a shot at the championship. Here comes Quentin Moore to the inside. He's going to stop that, and right behind him is Keith Batson. Side by side, who led that lap? That is Quentin Moore who led the lap. And Quentin Moore has been very, very strong these last several races, including a couple of should have ones, which was Bristol in the night race. Only lose that to Charles Sanford, and Moore actually has had some solid top 5s and top 10s. Here comes Baranowskis to the inside again, and that kept Batson from leading his lap. And Baranowskis leads her second lap of the race. But here comes Quentin Moore to the inside, number 75, and he's, like I said, that car very, very strong. On board Keith Batson's car. Drafting behind Baranowskis, and Batson has often said that championship is the one that's eluded him in the series. He wants this one really bad, and how bad does he want it? Pull up right in the back bumper of Audra Baranowskis' car. Here comes to the inside of Baranowskis for the lead. And it's going to get the draft off the 4 car of William Brock. But of course, lead changes only count if the leader gets back to the start-finish line first, and that's how lead changes determined. And that's how you get the 5 points for leading a lap. But Batson's having a hard time doing that, as William Brock this time foils him from leading a lap. But to make matters worse for Batson, here comes Osborne, number 37. He's on the inside lane. He's got the help from Cole Deaver in 37 or number 3 car. Excuse me. Beaver will be back in that 3 car next season. And plus, he's got a shot at the top 10 in the points for the season. But now, like I said, Batson, he's gonna have to finish no more than 3 cars behind Osborne. I think that's how it is. That is, if Osborne leads the most laps, as if both Osborne and Batson lead a lap, he's gonna have to finish no more than 3 cars behind. And look, though, Batson and Osborne is hooked up together. Here they go in the 3rd turn. Batson tries to go to the inside of Osborne. Osborne trying to get those 5 points for leading a lap. Now Batson's going to be the one that's going to try to stop that, and he does stop Osborne for leading a lap. And Keith Batson gets his 5 points for leading a lap. But Osborne said, I saw you lead that lap. I want to lead mine as well. But let's not forget, there's other drivers in this race. There are Audra Baranowskis, Becca Tellier, and William Brock are 3 wide behind Osborne as they go through the third and fourth turns now. And several cars wall scraping off the fourth turn. Mike Becker in this mix here. Kyle Matthews in number 42. And he'll be back in at 42 next season as well, riding with Kyle Matthews. Matthews, as I said, one of the drivers from the state of Ohio. Levi McIntyre, the other one. And Matthews, of course, he also has a shot at this championship as well. Even though he's 112 behind, but he's going to have the top 2 in the points finish 33rd or worse for that to happen. And Matthews going to lead either a lap or the most laps in this race and win the event. So long shot for Matthews to win the championship, as is Charles Sanford, as we said. But Sanford's going to have the front 3 drivers finish in the bottom 3 spots, and Sanford win the race in the most laps for that to happen. But Matthews does want a top 5 finish in the points, and that's basically it too as well. Meantime, Shane Lake rolls to the inside in number 17. Kev Sheeran 71 behind him. And Osborne and Batson both way up on the high side of the racetrack as they come off the fourth turn now. And who led between Baranowskis and Moore? It was Baranowskis who led the lap. And the 30 and 75 touch come off the second turn right there in front of Batson as they come down. And Batson gets shut at the high side by Paul Minnick. No, I don't like where this is going. Come off the fourth turn. or 12 laps into the books, so there's still 29 laps to go in this race. Phil Parker in number 5 coming while moves to the inside. He's now inside the top 10. And Batson's going to have the help of Jason Haywood, his KB Enterprises teammate. And it seems like they are hooked together here. Batson in 28, Osborne in 37, but Osborne's not letting Batson out of his sight. This is going to be if this keeps up, this is going to be an epic points battle going here at Homestead. Remember, as I said, these two are 24 points separating these two drivers, and here comes Osborne passing Batson for position. Now Osborne is on a mission to get those 5 points that he saw Batson lead. But the way it's looking like right now here at Homestead, and the way that the competition is, it's going to be easy for you to finish more than 3 cars back. Kyle Langland off the wall, come off the second turn. And they were 3 wide. They were 4 wide actually going into turn number 1. And that's a huge no-no here at Homestead. And now Langland, and 4 wide off the fourth turn now. And somehow they're making it work. And that lap led right there was by Kev Sheeran, 71. Quentin Moore in second position, and don't look now, but here comes that 94, Jessica Shelton. And she makes it 4 wide off the second turn for the lead. What a drive by the number 94, Jessica Shelton, as she goes inside, and she'll take the lead from Paul Minnick. Shelton comes into this race, and uncharacteristic for her, 5th in the standings coming into this event, so she also wants a top 5. Just outside of a shot at her 5th championship, but still another great season nonetheless for Jessica Shelton. 4 wins on the season. Her 4 wins came this season at Texas, Martinsville, the first Martinsville race, Sonoma, and the second race at Charlotte. And here comes Phil Parker to the inside, number 5. He wants to get his first victory of the season. He had one last season that came at Rockingham. And now, Parker in that 5 car. He and Shelton side by side. Phil Parker's going to take the lead. Dylan Young's up there. Becca Tellier in the 6 car. She's up there. Mike Becker in the 7 car. He's got another good car here today. He had a good car at Phoenix. Last race on the turret, ISM Raceway. And here comes Kyle Matthews. He's got Keith Batson shoving him. And look who they're about to ready to go by that 37 car of Osborne. On board Joshua Osborne's car. And Matthews gets loose right in front of Osborne's car. Osborne goes inside of Matthews, I should say. And then he's going to go inside of Shane Lake in the 17 car. Tries to get underneath him. And now Batson up on the high side. Osborne about to ready to pass him again. This is going to be like I said, this is going to be a seesaw back and forth as who does what here. Now Batson's off the wall a little bit. And, Shane Lake had to take a base of action there in the number 42 car, and then up ahead of him, lap car of Jonathan Zorlin. Zorlin in the 44 car is, let's see what happens when they get to the lap traffic here. And in the meantime, Osborne now the 2nd. And what's going to happen now when they get up to Zorlin in the lap car? Who's going to get trapped behind? Off the 4th turn they come here. Minnick to the inside. And Batson's turned! Batson's turned! Oh no! Dylan Young's around! McIntyre's around! And oh no! Damage to Keith Batson's car! The points leader got turned on the front stretch. And he gets hit again by Alexander Rowe! That may have just given the championship to Joshua Osborne right there. First yellow of the day flies on lap number 21. Off turn number 4, he gets off the wall right there. Dylan Young's going to turn him, I think. Yep. Right in front of Matthews in the Baranowskis. Matthews gets turned as well, along with McIntyre. And Batson backs it into the wall. So 2 of our championship contenders, but mainly our points leader, got turned around off turn number 4. McIntyre involved, Dylan Young involved. And Batson came across 15th when this whole thing happened. And oh my gosh. Batson, as I said, wants that championship so badly. That's one thing that's eluded him in a series. And watch Alexander Rowe at this point. Rowe's going to come down the inside and just... They get into each other right there, and Batson gets spun again. And we had in-car cameras inside both the Batson and the Matthews cars. And that's the sound, like I said, that may have cost Keith Batson the championship this season right there. Kyle Matthews' car. So Matthews came across the start finish line in 13th position. Batson was 15th. So, oh my gosh! And with 16 laps to go in this race, we may have just had a championship awarded right there, possibly. But now the only thing Batson's going to hope for now is that Joshua Osborne gets wrecked, and almost in the same fashion. So it's really not. This may not be over yet, but you got damage on the back of your car that may have just been the dagger to the shots right there. And to make matters worse for Batson, Joshua Osborne right now is running in 4th position, right there behind Phil Parker, Paul Minnick, and Kyle Langland. Cars out of the race here. The number 15 of Preston Plord and 23 of Ryan George both out of the race, and the 44 of Jonathan Sorlin and the 1 car of Alexander Rowe will be the cars a lap down or more on the start on the inside. We'll have 15 laps to go when this race restarts. And at a 3rd car out of the race, the number 90 car, Jordan Lopez, hit a tire failure on his machine. So a crazy turn of events that just happened here at Homestead Minus Minutes. Keith Batson, the points leader coming into this event, got turned around by Dylan Young, damage to the back of the Batson car, so that's going to be a concern for him, obviously. Like I said, the only thing he's got to hope for is that Joshua Osborne falters as well. So that's gonna be his only hope, and if Batson can finish ahead of him, so like I said, championship battle is not over yet, but it's just taking a big hit. Let's put it that way. And Homestead can do that to you. And bear in mind, in the last 4 seasons we've done this series, or 5 series I should say we've done this series, only 1 has come out of Homestead the champion. Only 1 has come into Homestead leading the points, and has come out the champion. Only 1 has done it. That's the woman riding in 5th right now, Jessica Shelton. That was last season. The 4 seasons prior to that, the one who led the points didn't come out the champion. But here comes Osborne, going to take advantage of all this by Batson. Inside goes number 37. That is Joshua Osborne. He's going to take the lead at this point here. So he wants that, like I said, he wants those 5 bonus points. And of course now Osborne will try to seize on the moment here. But here comes Jason Haywood. He and Shane Lake's going to try to stop all that from Osborne leading a lap. And Shane Lake does so. Number 17, he'll lead his lap. And now Osborne and Phil Parker trapped up on the high side of the track here. Number 25, that's Kyle Langland. 21, that's Jason Haywood. And here comes Shelton, number 94. She'll pull up behind Paul Minnick and number 18, Shelton the third. On board, Joshua Osborne's car. Osborne to the inside now. Shelton led the lap. Osborne going to try the inside lane, and here he comes for the lead, and he's going to get it this time. And it looks like he will lead his lap for the first time here today. So now both Batson and Osborne have both led a lap. But, as I said, now Osborne's the leader of the race. Batson is right now running just as I feared, well off the pace. Batson back in 31st position right now. And like I said, it's sad to say for him, the championship is pretty much done for him unless somebody wrecks Osborne. Then that's going to be it for Batson right there for the championship. And he'll return to this ride next season. 10 laps to go. Down the backstretch, Osborne. All he's got to do is just stay smooth at this point. Off turn number 4, number 17, that's Shane Lake out in front, and the yellow flag is flown again for the second time. And I think it's Kat Batson, the pole sitter, number 88, that spun. Yeah, it's her and Cole Deaver that spun. Take a look again as to what happened. Same thing we saw with Keith Batson. Deaver was off the wall a little bit off through the 3rd and 4th turns. Batson comes up the track. Kat Batson, that is. And she turns. Cole come off the 4th turn, I think. Actually, Cole came across the back bumper of Kat Batson's car and spun as well. And Deaver hard in the wall, as was Ashlyn Boyd and Quentin Moore. So for Quentin Moore, that's gonna ruin his chances for another top 10 finish, as he had a string of them coming into this event. And Kat sliding along at about 65 miles an hour. And for Cole Deaver, he had a shot at the top 10 in the points coming into this event and trying to get past Johnny Gardner. And he might still get a shot of it passing Gardner. Possibly, I don't know. Well, maybe not. Deaver's actually now a lap down along with Rowe and Zorlin. And Cole Deaver's still sitting on pit road, so yeah, his shot at the top 10 points finish may have been over right there at this point. So Homestead, we often focus on the battle for the championship here at Homestead Miami Speedway, but there is battles within battles as far as points are concerned. And so you got Rookie of the Year battles, you got championship battles, you got, of course, you got the top 10 points battle. And Cole Deaver, yes, has now been knocked out of the race because of that crash between he and Kat Batson, Ashlyn Boyd, and Quentin Moore. And Moore right now is running in 16th position, and Ashlyn Boyd right now running in the 14th position, as a matter of fact. So, and as for Kat Batson, she is now running in the, let's see where she's at right now. She is in the She's in 17th position. So, yeah, those three drivers, it didn't cost them all that much. But for Deaver, he was the one that got the big hit out of all this. But two of the drivers got a shot at getting their first victory of the season here, and one's got a shot at getting his first one of his career. That is Shane Lake. He's out in front. He's out in front, but chasing him is the man going for the championship, Joshua Osborne. And he right now is running in second position. Batson right now running in 29th. So Osborne hoping nothing dumb happens to him, as in a mechanical failure or getting wrecked or what have you. And the green flag is now out with 5 laps to go here at Homestead. Into high gear they go. Shane Lake, number 17, jumps out in front. Into second goes Osborne. Third is Shelton. Fourth is Langland. Fifth is Haywood. And talking about fighting your way back through the field, Kyle Matthews, after getting involved in that wreck that took Keith Batson hopes for a championship out, is now back in the top 10 as it goes on the start-finish line. Now with 4 laps to go. Here comes Langland. He wants his second win in a row at Homestead. He won this race last season. Off turn number 2. Here comes Haywood. Jason Haywood in 21 to the inside. He's trying for his second victory of the season. He won at Darlington in the Southern 500. 7 car, that is Mike Becker and Dylan Poteet. Where did he come from in that 22 car? He's now running in 5th. And Kev Scheer trying to find his way through the field as well, as he's now behind Shelton. If they come on the backstretch now 3 laps, 2.5 laps to go in this race. Shane Lake trying to hold them all off at number 17, looking for his first victory of the season. And first of his career, I might add, too. And Poteet leading on him. 2 laps to go. And here comes Shelton. Shelton to the inside looking for her 5th of the season. Her and Langland touch come off the second turn. Now she pulls ahead now. Shelton this 3rd now, maybe the 2nd. Start-finish line to come. There will be the white flag. There will be 1 lap to go. And here comes Jessica Shelton to the inside. White flag waves. 1 lap to go at Homestead. In the 40 Caboose 400, Lake led the lap. And here comes Shelton. Shelton to the inside lane looking for her 5th victory of the season. And Joshua Osborne looking for the exclamation point. Osborne to the inside of Shelton as they go to the 3rd and 4th turns. Kev Scheer looks inside. And he looks inside. He gets Osborne. Scheer may make it the win here possibly. Off the 4th turn, side by side. Who wins it? Jessica Shelton. Jessica Shelton, number 94, wins the 40 Caboose 400 at Homestead. And oh so close by Kev Scheer. Almost got Shelton at the line. Finishes 2nd. And Joshua Osborne is going to be your season 19 champion by finishing in 5th. So a great day for the Ford execs as a Ford wins the race and a Ford wins the championship here at Homestead Miami Speedway. But I was almost spoiled by a Chevrolet too. But top 10 finishers, Jessica Shelton wins. Kev Scheer 2nd. 3rd was Shane Lake. 4th position will go to Phil Parker. You see a dejected Keith Batson coming down pit road. So close, but yet so far for the 28 team. Joshua Osborne with a 5th place finish gets his 3rd championship. 6th place will go to Paul Minnick. 7th place will go to Dylan Poteet. 8th place will go to Jason Haywood. 9th to Mike Becker and Kyle Langland. So close to getting his 2nd victory in a row at Homestead, but winds up finishing in 10th. Margin of victory 0.51 at the start finish line and 0.75 from 1st to 3rd actually too. So 36 races are in the books and the season is over here at Homestead Miami Speedway. What a season it was here at Homestead. Oh my gosh. Rest of the finishing order, Kyle Matthews comes home in 11th position. 12th place will go to Becca Tellier. Jesse Turner, 13th. 14th will go to Charles Sanford. 15th to Dylan Young. William Brock, 16th. 17th to Nick Baxter. Zachary Fitzwater, 18th. 19th, Audra Baranowskis. 20th will go to Patrick Smith. 21st, Max Anderson. 22nd, Ashlyn Boyd. 23rd, Levi McIntyre. Not the way he wanted to end his season, obviously. He ends up finishing, well, he came in actually 6th place in the points after a disastrous championship takeawayer at Phoenix. Kat Batson, 24th. Al Legacy, 25th. 26th, Chelsea Bowles. 27th, Jack Legacy. 28th, Michael Whitman. 29th position will go to Quentin Moore. 30th to Glenn Duhit. 31st place will go to Joshua Collard. 32nd, JT Bryant. 33rd, Johnny Gardner. And Keith Batson came in this race 24 ahead in the points. One little crash happens about almost past halfway through the event. And dire straits for the 28 team, even though he still finished on the lead lap, but still a 34th place run. So close, but yet so far for the man from Maine. And you definitely got a feel for him, too. Obviously. Ryan Acosta was the last car, only lap in 35th position. Jonathan Sorlin, 36th. Alexander Rowe, 37th, and was the last car to finish. And the cars that out of the race: Cole Deaver, Jordan Lopez, Preston Port, and Ryan George. That's the cars out of the race. So the season is complete, as well as the championship. Jessica Shelton wins the Ford EcoBoost 400, and Joshua Osborne is your season 19 Castrol GTX Cup Series champion. So that's the story from Homestead Miami Speedway. And we'll present to you the points banquet, I guess you might say, as this whole thing goes on. So we'll be right back from Homestead Miami Speedway. Wait for the points banquet, I guess you might call. No, it's actually not really a banquet, so I guess there's no food involved. But anyway, we'll talk about the points when we come back. Welcome back to the point show here after this Ford EcoBoost 400. And we give you a first look at the Rookie of the Year points here. And Rookie of the Year for season 19 is Audra Baranowska. As she beats Shane Lake by 6 points for Rookie of the Year. Their only rookie that won a race this year was Al Legacy, who finishes third in Rookie of the Year points, and Jack Legacy ends up finishing last in the points. And the rookie points are separated by just 31 points after this season. So now we go to the points battle. And indeed, Joshua Osborne is the season 19 series champion. His third time he's ever won it. 2 wins, 14 top 5s, and 18 top 10s this season, and 4 pole positions. And and a couple of drivers had better numbers than he did, actually. Second place in the points, Keith Batson, a heartbreaker for him after this race at Homestead. Ends up finishing 70 points out of the championship. 1 win, 11 top 5s, and 20 top 10s for Batson. This is one of his best seasons yet. And you can bet he'll come out strong as ever in season 20 for the season. Third place finisher will be Jessica Shelton. 5 wins, 12 top 5s, and 18 top 10s for her. And another great season for Jess as she finishes 114 out of the championship this season. Kyle Matthews finishes 4th in the standings this season. 1 win, 8 top 5s, and 17 top 10s for Matthews. And Charles Sanford ends up finishing 5th place in the points. 3 wins, 13 top 5s, and 21 top 10s. The one thing, so he finishes with the most top 10s in the season, while Joshua Osborne had the most top 5s. And the most wins actually is a tie between Jessica Shelton and Levi McIntyre, actually. McIntyre finishes 6th in the points with 5 wins, 12 top 5s, and 16 top 10s, and 1 pole position for the season. Charles Sanford has the best starting position, average starting position of everybody else, as his average start was 8.36. So Sanford actually a very good qualifier this season, no question about it. The top 5 in the points everybody have just 148 points, by the way, on the season. So a very good battle for the championship. But I guess you might say a kind of an anticlimactic ending in some ways, too. Levi McIntyre finishes 6th in the points. Kev Shearer, the only driver in the top 10 that did not win a race this season, but he did record 8 top 5s and 15 top 10s and 3 pole positions for the season. Shearer ends up with a solid 7th in the points. Dylan Young with 2 wins, 7 top 5s, and 16 top 10s ends up finishing in 8th in the points. Joshua Collard comes home 9th in the points as the Brit has scored 2 wins, 9 top 5s, and 18 top 10s, but no pole positions. And 10th place in the points will go to Johnny Gardner, who had 2 wins, 4 top 5s, and 13 top 10 finishes. So that was how the points were distributed at the top 10. 11th will go to Phil Parker. 12th place will go to Jesse Turner. 13th finisher will be Cole Deaver. 3 wins, 5 top 5s, and 14 top 10s, and 2 pole positions. Kyle Langland ends up 14th in the points. Kat Batson with 3 wins on the season. She finishes 15th. She ends up finishing 15th in the points, by the way, on the season. Paul Minnick ends up finishing 16th in the points with 3 wins, 6 top 5s, and 11 top 10s. Same numbers that Cat Batson had, actually, except Cat had 3 poles, and Paul Minnick never did win a pole. Quentin Moore with his late season charge ends up finishing 17th in the standings this season. No wins on the season, but he did get 4 top 5s and 9 top 10s, and I think all of them came in the second half of the season. William Bruck with that 1 win down in California. He ends up finishing 18th in the standings. Becca Tellier 19th, and 20th place finisher will go to Dylan Poteet. Had a great run at Homestead the last race on the tour. 2 top 5s and 5 top 10s. Not typical Poteet numbers, but still a good season for him. Mike Becker comes on 21st in the points. Jason Haywood with 1 win comes on 22nd. Ashlyn Boyd 23rd. 24th, Zachary Fitzwater. 25th, Ryan George. He also scored a win this season. Audra Baranowskis 26th. Patrick Smith 27th. Shane Lake 28th. Moved up 6 spots after his near win at Homestead. Preston Plord 29th. 30th will go to Alexander Rowe on the season. 31st, Ryan Acosta. 32nd, Jonathan Sorlin. 33rd, Michael Whitman. 34th, Nick Baxter. 35th, Glenn Duhit. 36th was Chelsea Bowles. 37th, JT Bryant. 38th, Al Lagacy. He also scored a win this season, as we mentioned before. Jordan Lopez, 39th. 40th, Jack Legacy. In last place will go to Max Anderson. No wins, no top 5s, and no poles, and 3 top 10 finishes. So all drivers scored a top 10 this season. All of them did, as a matter of fact. And we had all the drivers scored a top 10 this season, and we had 16 different winners on the season. So a great competitive season, I should say. I guess you might say, for the season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. So another season is down. 19 seasons are done, and 20 seasons season number 20 will be up on us for Daytona Speedweeks. Well, as we will present to you the Gatorade Twin 125s, the qualifying races for leading up to the Daytona 500, and of course the big race itself, obviously, as well. So another great season here. Congratulations again to Jessica Shelton, the winner of the 40 Go Boost 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway, and to the season 19 champion Joshua Osborne, his 3rd of his career in this series, adding on to his championships in seasons 2 and 16. So if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the show. We got NRS's gaming videos. President of the NNSCRA Cole Desires for this channel, and please like us on Facebook. We become part of the team as well. And Facebook channel is NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. And so, and please be sure to check out Seth's Tax Slayer Truck Series, Pizza Hut X Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series. Please be sure to check those races out. Whatever, and so you name it, we got it right here on the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. And some of the best offline races you'll find is right here in this league, and you will not regret checking them out. So another great season is down for the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and we will see you for Speedweeks at Daytona for the Gatorade Twin 125s and the Daytona 500 for season 20. We'll be using the Cup 98 mod for the first time, by the way. And actually, we'll do some frame rate testing on that, and if that fails, then I don't know what we'll use for next season. So anyway, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Season 20 will be the Cup 98 mod, 1995 car set for the series. And so for now, this is James Qualls. This has been production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.